Americans can't believe these unique Malaysian habits that seem so surprising yet fascinating when they visit this tropical paradise. When Americans first come to Malaysia, one of the first things that amazes them is how incredibly friendly and welcoming Malaysians are. Everywhere they go, whether it's a small roadside stall or a modern shopping mall, Malaysians greet them with smiles and genuine warmth. For Americans who are used to fast-paced city life and minimal small talk, this everyday kindness feels refreshing and sometimes even unbelievable. Another habit that surprises Americans is how Malaysians eat almost everything with their hands, especially traditional dishes like nasi lemak, banana leaf rice, and roti canai. In the United States, eating with your hands is often considered informal, but in Malaysia, it's a cultural art. The way Malaysians mix rice, sambal, and curries with their fingers isn't messy, it's respectful and deeply connected to tradition. Many Americans find this so interesting that they eventually try it themselves and realize it actually enhances the flavor and experience of the meal. Then comes the Malaysian obsession with food in general. Americans are stunned by how much Malaysians talk about, plan around, and celebrate food. It's not unusual for Malaysians to eat breakfast, and right after, start discussing where to go for lunch. Food isn't just fuel in Malaysia, it's part of identity, family bonding, and daily life. From 24-hour mamak stalls to late-night food hunts, Americans can't believe how deeply food is woven into the culture. In the US, restaurants close early, but in Malaysia, you can grab a hot meal at 2 a.m. and still find the place buzzing with life. Americans also find it surprising that Malaysians can tolerate such hot and humid weather without ever complaining. Instead of hiding indoors, Malaysians go out for markets, festivals, and food even in 35-degree heat. While Americans often depend on air conditioning everywhere, Malaysians have mastered the art of staying cool naturally. This resilience and cheerful attitude in the face of constant heat amazes visitors from cooler climates. Another habit that shocks Americans is how obsessed Malaysians are with shoes. Before entering homes, mosques, or certain shops, everyone removes their footwear. For Americans, who are used to wearing shoes inside the house, this can feel strange at first. But soon they understand it's a sign of respect and cleanliness. It's a small habit that reflects a big cultural value, keeping living spaces pure and comfortable. Many Americans even adopt this habit after visiting Malaysia. Something else that stands out to Americans is how Malaysians blend languages so effortlessly. English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil can all mix in a single conversation, creating what locals call Manglish. To Americans, it sounds chaotic but fascinating. Phrases like can or not, or la, at the end of a sentence become an everyday melody that they start picking up themselves. It's a sign of how multicultural Malaysia truly is, and Americans often find this linguistic flexibility both funny and impressive. Public behavior is another thing that catches American attention. Malaysians are generally humble and polite in public. They avoid confrontation, respect elders, and use soft tones when speaking. Americans, who are used to open expressions and sometimes direct arguments, are surprised by how calm and respectful Malaysian interactions are. Even when traffic jams stretch for hours, people rarely honk excessively or shout. This quiet patience makes a strong impression on American visitors. When it comes to driving, though, Americans are often shocked. The way Malaysians navigate traffic, weave through motorbikes, and handle narrow roads can seem chaotic yet perfectly coordinated. To Americans, it feels like organized chaos. They can't believe how few accidents happen given how close vehicles move to each other. What looks risky to outsiders is just everyday Malaysian skill and experience. Americans also can't believe how much Malaysians love durian, the king of fruits. Its strong smell and creamy texture make it a national obsession. While most Americans can't handle even being near it, Malaysians enjoy it with pride. They mix it in desserts, smoothies, and even coffee. Americans find it unbelievable that something they can't stand the smell of is considered such a delicacy here. But for Malaysians, durian isn't just a fruit, it's an experience, a season, and a social event. Another interesting habit is how Malaysians celebrate every cultural and religious festival with equal excitement. Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, Deepavali, Christmas, each is celebrated nationwide with open houses, colorful decorations, and shared food. For Americans, this unity in diversity is deeply inspiring. They can't believe how smoothly people from different faiths coexist, celebrate, and respect one another. It's a level of harmony that leaves a lasting impression. Then there's Malaysia's deep connection with tea. While Americans love their coffee culture, Malaysians are all about teh tarik. Watching the tea being pulled back and forth between two cups before serving feels like a performance. The creamy, sweet flavor instantly wins American hearts, and they can't believe how such a simple drink can be so satisfying. Another daily habit that surprises Americans is how Malaysians use plastic bags for drinks. Whether it's iced Milo, teh ace, or kopi, it's often handed over in a small plastic bag with a straw tied to it. To Americans, this looks strange and fun at the same time. It's a creative, practical, and affordable way of carrying drinks, something they rarely see back home. Americans are also amazed by how Malaysians show respect through small gestures, using both hands when giving or receiving something, or slightly bowing their head to elders. These gestures, though subtle, speak volumes about manners and humility. In a culture where individuality is strong, Americans find these collective and respectful behaviors both admirable and touching. One habit that leaves Americans speechless is how Malaysians can easily talk about ghosts, spirits, and superstitions as part of everyday conversation. Stories about haunted roads, mystical forests, or lucky numbers are common and believed with a mix of humor and seriousness. Americans often find it entertaining and spooky at the same time, realizing how deep Malaysia's connection to folklore truly runs. And then there's the Malaysian sense of humor. Americans can't believe how easily Malaysians laugh, make jokes, and stay cheerful even during tough times. Whether it's political memes, viral videos, or simple daily humor, Malaysians find laughter in everything. This lightheartedness, this ability to stay positive, feels like a life lesson for many visitors. Finally, Americans are always surprised by how strong family and community bonds are in Malaysia. People live close to their parents, visit them often, and eat together regularly. Family isn't something you move away from, it's the center of life. To Americans, who often live independently, this close-knit connection feels heartwarming and rare. So when Americans look at all these Malaysian habits, eating with hands, removing shoes, speaking multiple languages, celebrating all cultures, and smiling through life, they can't help but be amazed. What feels normal to Malaysians feels extraordinary to outsiders. In the end, these habits show that Malaysia's greatest beauty isn't just in its beaches or cities, it's in its people, their warmth, and the way they live with balance, respect, and joy every single day.